So today I'm going to be training some legs, and that includes calves. I know, what a surprise. I haven't been training a lot of calves lately, but I just started training them a lot more, and I'm having some fun with that. And I'm also training some triceps and some chest, okay? So the reason why I'm doing this is because that's what I felt like doing. So this is what I encourage you guys to do as well, is, you know, as much as it's good to have a routine and everything, also listen to your body and see, you know, what your body says to you. You know, sometimes your body says, hey, do more sets, or sometimes your body says, hey, go lighter or go heavier. It just depends. So tuning yourself to a greater connection to the body and the stimulus and what that stimulus is telling you is really what this game's about. It's a beautiful thing once you start to realize that. Then it no longer becomes an exercise of idealism and saying, oh, no matter what, I've got to meet this, you know, PR or this goal today. Instead, it becomes more about a loving relationship with the body. And I know that sounds all kumbaya and all that, but there are rewards from that. As you can see from my squats, I get quite a few reps today, and I feel strong as hell because every day I've been listening to my groove. I've been listening to my body. Sometimes I'm doing lunges, sometimes I'm doing squats, sometimes I'm doing leg presses, but I'm just playing. I'm constantly grooming the body, and then by loving the body, the strength increase comes, okay? So it has to do with a love relationship with the body, not a hate relationship. So many people think that by hating their body, that they will actually end up with more results. And I say the opposite is true. By hating your body, what you do is you enslave it, you start to beat it to death. And by beating it to death, you end up getting injured. And at the same time, you don't really reach your results. You don't really reach your goals because you're too busy destroying all the stuff that you're building in your body. You're destroying the environment, okay? You're creating a type of stress that's built on negativity, and that negativity doesn't help you achieve your goals. So I know this seems like theory to a lot of you, but to ground it very scientifically, we can say this. Stress kills, we all know it. Stress causes heart attacks, stress can cause disease, stress can do all this stuff. So the opposite must also heal then, right? So if you can find a way to look at your training as a positive thing instead of a negative thing, look at it as a way of dancing, look at it as a way of having fun, you know, whether it's like having fun in the gym video I just created, you know, you're socializing with people, having a few laughs, you know, really enjoy the moment with everybody and everything in the environment around your physical fitness. And I guarantee you will reach your goals faster, and you'll have a lot of memories to share with everybody along the way. You know, you'll have a lot more fun. Sorry, I only got two sets of my squats in there because I forgot to turn the camera on for one of my sets, so I'm sure you guys will forgive me for that. But anyway, here I went over to calves, and I'm just doing some calf raises. So an interesting thing here is that a lot of people don't know, and I do employ this from time to time, is that I do calf raises, but I do little jumping movements, kind of like skipping in between sets. Now in this video I'm not doing it, but a lot of times that's what I do. And as long as you do this safely, like just small little jumps, so you're not putting too much stress on the Achilles tendon, you can really get some great results in your calves. Okay, so that's something for you to try. I will post this in another video. I have done it in the past, but I will do it again in the future just so you guys can get a good look at how to grow calves, because I see a lot of guys saying, hey, I can't grow calves, and I'm saying, yeah, actually you can grow calves. Yes, you know, sometimes some parts of it are genetic for sure. I'm not saying it isn't, but you can grow, no matter what your genetic limitation is, you can grow your calves bigger because they do have certain types of stimulus that they respond to best, okay? And just weight training was not quite enough for my calves to respond. And the reason why I came across this realization is because one day I was looking at my calves and I noticed my left calf was bigger than my right, and the left calf was always the calf that I jumped off of. So I said, okay, well, if that's my jumping calf and it's bigger, then jumping must be good for calves. And hence, that was when the jumping in between sets was born, and I ended up putting half an inch or 3/4 of an inch on my calves in a short period of time. This is Ivan. He's getting ready for a bodybuilding show. Apparently, this is what getting ready for a bodybuilding show looks like. I wonder what his trainer, Edwin Gounder, will have to say about that. Perhaps he has some punishment in mind, I don't know.
With people asking you for autographs, I know they are. Come on out, come on here. There we go, we got the spotlight on Ivan Zach, okay? This is what I'm talking about.
If you want to see more of this video, I'll have it up on the Gounder Nutrition YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out if you want to laugh anyway. Now let's go do some chest. So yeah, I start with a couple warm-up sets. I'm just going to do some flat dumbbell presses today. And again, it's just the same principle. Love the body, right? Love the body. Sometimes you feel tight, sometimes you feel loose, sometimes you feel strong, sometimes you feel weak, but just enjoy it no matter what it is, and just enjoy that connection to the body, right? It's just, you know, as some of the guys out there, some of the YouTubers say, making love to the weights, you know. But the thing is that ultimately it's more about just, you know, making, you know, love to pain. You know, you're basically learning to love pain, understand what the language is. You know, you're loving the good pain, and then the pain that is injury type pain, you're learning how to listen to that, you know, and that's a form of love, right? Listening, experiencing, taking that experience deeper, right? It's like a martial art, really. So yeah, I just, after a couple warm-ups, I went to 100s and started repping out with some 100-pound dumbbells. And really the goal is that I'm not actually pressing the dumbbells for the sake of pressing, okay? What I'm doing is I'm actually keeping them a little bit more narrow than usual, because I'm trying to get that squeeze at the top with the chest. I know I'm not straightening all the way up, but I find that when I straighten all the way up, all it does is actually antagonize the shoulder a little bit, and it doesn't necessarily give me more of a squeeze. If anything, it gives me a rest, and then my triceps start to take over. So that's the reason why I'm doing it this way. For you, it might be different. So I encourage you to find what helps you find that squeeze, okay? Don't mimic exactly my movements. Find, you know, the movement that feels right to you. But I'm here to teach you the doorway, kind of like Morpheus. I can only show you the door, but you must walk through it. So this is the doorway. The doorway is the connection and to the understanding that your body has its own individual type needs and dimensions and biomechanics, and it's up to you to listen to it, okay? So yeah, so that's what I did with the chest there. And now I'm gonna do some triceps, and I'm using it more as a squeeze type day. And I'll show you a giant set that I do to get a deeper failure in the triceps, okay? So just give me a second here. I'll do a couple sets of this, and then I'll show you what I'm gonna do as well, okay? So basically today I'm focusing more on a squeeze in the tricep. I'm trying to get that mind-muscle connection. Sometimes I'll focus on just lifting the heaviest possible weight, you know, and swinging it down and hitting a different type of muscle fiber. But today I'm trying to get that squeeze in there. I just really want to get that squeeze in the tricep, you know, to get that extra pump. So both methods work. Each one has its place. And as you'll see, I'm actually starting to go to one arm at a time, right? I just want to do one arm at a time, because I noticed that, you know, since, you know, one of my injuries in hockey or whatever, I basically have less of a mind muscle connection with one side. And so sometimes I'll want to isolate that. So right here, I'm just doing left tricep, okay? So I just want to get that squeeze, and look, I'm using nice and lightweight, but I want to get that mind muscle connection in there. That's so important, because once the mind muscle connection is there, now you won't be dependent on momentum as much to do the exercise. You're actually really squeezing the muscle and really activating all the fibers in there. So it's kind of like rehabilitation in a way. It's like kinese, it's like physio. It's basically you're saying, okay, I want to reestablish the communication between me and the muscle. And that's so important if you wish to gain muscle, and if you also wish to safely train, because a lot of injuries happen when you lose coordination, when you lose control, when you're like, okay, I'm not really sure which muscles I'm firing here, and you lose your balance, and then that's when you usually tweak something, okay? So yeah, lots of different methods, and use them all in your arsenal, you know, depending on what your body's telling you that day. So here's the other exercise I was going to tell you about. And it's a bench dip, and a lot of you have probably are doing this lots. And the reason why this really hits the triceps well is because you're bringing in that front delt, and you're bringing in a little bit of chest in order to assist the exercise to help your concentric part of the motion. So basically, it helps you go up, okay? Your chest and delts help you go up, and because they help you go up, you can hit a deeper level of failure in the triceps, because once the triceps start to die and they can't straighten the elbow anymore, then you can cheat a little bit by using the chest and the delt to hit the triceps and to basically move the triceps into a deeper level of failure, you know? So even if they're only contributing 5% to the movement, at least you're able to go and still do the movement and still have the arm straightened. So it's almost like doing drop sets for tricep, you know? At first, the tricep might be taking 90% of the exercise, and then eventually your front delt starts to take more of the exercise, but you're still hitting a deeper level of failure in that tricep. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and share my stuff if you like it, and I'll see you soon. Do it your way.
Now you know my name, calling me in a drought. I came to Ridge in 215 and sorted it all out.